Hey guys, we're going to go over some remote learning expectations for English language arts. Since we're just now finishing up our first week of this enriched remote learning kind of extended hybrid plan, we kind of want to go over some things that we've noticed and some kind of helpful hints that will kind of make you be a little bit more successful for English language arts. So the first one is just your daily expectations. Every day you need to get on and you need to complete that daily attendance that's found on Google Classroom in your second hour class. It may be ELA, but it may not be ELA. And they're usually easy questions like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? It's just so your teachers know that you're in attendance for that day. The second thing you need to do is you need to find the daily topic in Google Classroom each day to view your assignments. And starting next week in ELA, Mrs. Stratton and Mrs. Mutzbauer, myself, we're going to start doing your topics as the days of the week. So you'll have a Monday tab, and it will have all of your information and assignments that you are going to do for Monday. And those will kind of get pushed out into your Google Classroom Monday morning. And then your Tuesday stuff will get pushed out Tuesday morning. And then you can go back, okay, and or show your parents at the end of the day that, yes, I got all of my stuff done by clicking on that daily topic and going through each item and showing them that you have done it and you've hit submit or turn in. The third thing is that there are lesson videos, okay, for most or all of your work. Those lesson videos that Mrs. Stratton and myself do need to be watched first. That is like you being in class with us and with us teaching you. Those cannot be done or skipped. Okay, it's also going to make doing the assigned activities a lot easier. The last thing is we're going to start teaching live Monday. Okay, that would be August 31st. And the ELA live lessons will be Monday and Thursday from 9 to 10. Now, these live lessons will be split in half. The first half is going to be for reading, and the second half is going to be for writing. If you cannot attend the live lessons, that's okay. They will be recorded, and then we will push them out later so you can watch them at your own convenience. Okay, next, being successful with remote learning. We know this is different for everyone. It's different for us. Okay, so we want everyone to be successful and we want to have a good year. So the first thing we need to talk about is making sure that you do the lessons in order. Okay, they're listed on Planbook in order. They're going to be listed in your Google Classroom in order. They need to be done in order, meaning do not skip lessons. The second one says, if the activity is on Edpuzzle, make sure you answer all of the questions. You cannot skip questions, and you cannot leave answers blank or put IDK or anything else in the answer box that does not show that you're not trying. And then at the end of an Edpuzzle video, make sure you turn in or submit those lessons when you're finished. Okay, then Mrs. Stratton and I know that we need to go in or we can go in and check or grade those. The third one here says, when working, you should be trying your best. Okay, we would not expect anything, but your best here in the classroom, and we expect, that you're doing your best even at home. Again, answering IDK or using text speak or skipping is not acceptable. And the last one here says, while your due date for everything is Sunday, and you probably noticed that, do not wait until Sunday to do everything. You will be completely overwhelmed, and it will be very stressful. Mrs. Stratton and I will then check the following Monday, and kind of look through to see and kind of gather grades and then start entering things into Skyward. So I said that we are going to start doing live lessons. Those are going to be held on Google Meet. Now, there are some expectations that we're going to need you to follow to make this successful. First one is you need to find a quiet place to work. This would be away from any distractions, siblings, pets, parents, TV, anything. The second one is you need to be prepared. So I know not only do you need your computer, but you're going to need a paper and pencil just in case. Okay, you may not need the paper and pencil every time, but make sure you have them on hand. The next one says, upon joining, make sure your video is on and your mic is muted. If everyone's mic is not muted, it kind of creates a lot of chaos and nobody can hear anyone and it gets very overwhelming. So video on, but mic muted. Okay, remember that this is our classroom, just like if we were here at school. Okay, it's just on the computer. So those same rules apply. So we're still going to be respectful, we're still going to be responsible, and we're still going to be engaged in the Google Meet. Next one says, if you have a question, you need to put it in the chat. And there'll be a little chat kind of conversation bubble that you can click on. You can type your question in, and then the teacher can answer it, when she has time to check the chat, either at a stopping point and a pausing point in the lesson or at the end. And then the last one says stay for the entire session. Do not, hang up, in the middle of the meet. If you do that, you're going to end up missing something. So try to stay on for the entire session. And then at the very end, when we're all concluded and everything's wrapped up, then you can hang up. Over here kind of tells you how you can join the Google Meet. You'll have a Google Meet code, and that can be found in your classroom, in the Google Classroom, and at the top there's going to be a calendar tab. If you click that calendar tab, you will see that these lessons are scheduled. You just click on that in your calendar, and then you will see a Meet link that you can then click on. And then once the teacher is ready, they will open up that Google Meet, and you should be there and everything can begin. The last thing, and some things that you can look for every week in English Language Arts. We have 5 strands that we're going to be hitting every week in English Language Arts. We have reading, vocabulary, writing, grammar, independent reading, and then we have IXL that kind of helps with some of those skills that we're working on. So reading's going to be done in those live lessons 2 times a week that we just talked about, either on Monday or Thursday morning. Vocabulary is those pre-recorded lessons that are pushed out. That's your Wordly Wise. And then you have those scenes for homework. And we're going to end up doing 1 unit of Wordly Wise. And it's going to take us 2 weeks. So the first week we'll do scenes 1 through 7. The second week we'll do scenes 8 through 12. And at the end of that second week on the Friday, you will end up having your test for all of those vocabulary words in that unit. The next one is writing. This is the same as reading. It's going to be those live lessons 2 days a week on Monday and Thursday. Then we have grammar. These are the pre-recorded lessons as well that get pushed out on Google Classroom. And then you'll have an IXL skill that goes along with it. And that's kind of like the worksheet that goes with it, since we're not going to be pushing out worksheets for you. Independent reading, we're going to hopefully start up here soon. You do need to be reading 20 minutes each night. And starting next week, the week of August 31st, we're going to start talking about recording, your time that you've read on a digital book log. And we'll get into that next week during the reading or writing lesson. And you can kind of get a little bit more information on that and how it's going to work. But it would just be you kind of tracking your 20 minutes each night. So Mrs. Stratton and myself can kind of see that you're reading and holding you accountable for that, because it's very important. The last thing is the IXL. So diagnostics should be finished, this first week of remote learning. So your IXL diagnostics should be finished on August 30th. Starting then August 31st, you will be being assigned 1 recommended skill each week. And that is in combination with this IXL skill from grammar. Now, when you're doing a recommended skill, we ask that you do not go below 4th grade, and you cannot stop still until you reach that 80 SMART score. And then we know that you have gotten that information, and you've mastered that skill. So again, these 5 components or 6 components here, because or the things that you're going to see every week for ELA being pushed out or being live. Okay, if you have any questions, you can always contact Mrs. Stratton or Mrs. Mutzbauer. Okay, and we hope we see you live, okay, on Monday morning at 9 o'clock.